Well, hello, you're most welcome to the GMODISM channel. This is very soon going to be a nice little battleship battle. We are going to pitch the Drakenslang Mk3 versus the Fafnir. And they seem to already have started the combat a little bit here. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. So, you have seen the Fafnir do some impressive things, and you hopefully have seen on the GMODISM channel Fafnir doing some less impressive things. Yeah, go to the GMODISM channel if you haven't already, and watch the Fafnir fight GIMLE Mk1 and Drakenslang Mk2. Please, otherwise this video will be less fun. It's a command. Well, whatever. Drakenslang costs 2 million and it's a very fast girl. It only relies on APS and it's AP frag burning, as you can see there. That's like the main weapon. It has a little laser too. If you look at the stats, it's basically a big APS thing and it has some laser. The firepower of the Drakenslang Mk3 is about as sad as the firepower on the Fafnir class. It's kind of 1100. Well. Anyways, 1200 more like, but whatever. The Fafnir class was built from 2023 and was recently finished. You know, my health issues and other projects got in the way, but now it's finished, and like any other battleship, it's severely outdated when it's finished. And I quickly realized that, man, this thing is so outdated, can I even put it to combat? Well, I decided to. You have to finish a project, so there you have it. If you want to see the full development process on this, I made a video of it because I saved all the iterations. It's pretty insane. Here, you can see all the iterations here. Yeah, we have a video, I think it's half an hour or something, where we go through all of the different iterations of the Fafnir and how it was made. But it's safe to say it's a bit outdated. It relies on 67mm sandblasters. Yeah, because 67mm, you know, I made a water bottle and it happens to be that big. That's kind of the joke. Yeah, it's sandblasting. And since I severely underdimensioned the size of this thing, it also has pretty expensive heavy armor inside of here, because I had to put the budget somewhere. We slapped a lot of missiles underneath it. It of course has a big laser. Yeah. It's trying to cope, okay? So technically it's mostly a missile ship, but it has sandblasters and a pretty strong laser too. The crams are only to annoy the enemy CW system, which the Drakenslang Mk3 doesn't have, but whatever. Now, we are going to pitch these ships battle against each other, because I don't really know which is going to win. The Fafnir may have a good chance, but the Drakenslang Mk3 has been very good at delivering damage in the battles we had so far. So let's get into it. And if you want to see the full process of, you know, everything, how it was made and whatnot, please check out that in that dedicated video. I try to remember to link it, but otherwise you find it on the channel, like something with Fafnir full build or something. Go to the workshop file. If you go and download it from the workshop, you have links to the videos there as well. Anyways, the Fafnir class, as you have already seen, I hope, managed to beat the Broadsword, one of the strongest contenders against the GIMLE class. And that was pretty surprising, because I didn't really expect it to beat it. The GIMLE class is like, that's strong. And I hope you've seen the battle with the GIMLE Mk3 versus the Fafnir. I won't spoil the results because that's on the GMODISM channel. If you haven't checked out that yet, I won't spoil the results, but go check that out. Like, the broadsword is really strong, and it beat the GIMLE, and somehow the Fafnir managed to beat that. I don't know how it happened, but whatnot. The Fafnir Mk3 here is part of the Holy Metropolis fleet, and notice the nice round 100 version. It's very important. And now we're gonna get the Draki. Beautiful. Neither of them needs to be spawned in the air. And thankfully, neither of them has like 100,000 blocks. So, you know, that's nice. Right. Let the battle start. It's gonna be best of 3 as usual. The Fafnir is having a delay on its fire. And now it starts to fire, and we can see all the vertical launch missiles are being vertically launched, as they are. The sandblasters are sanding away here. Looks like the laser has a hash combined to its aim point, so it shoots tiny hash. One of the sandblasters is actually hash. I found that actually helped with taking out turrets a lot, so I'm very happy whenever they are targeting turrets, because that will be a good thing. Now, the crams on the Fafnir is really trying to trick enemy seaways systems, which of the Drakenslang has none. It's very even so far. 95 versus 96 percentages. Yeah, it's exactly even. Now, the Fafnir has a lot stronger armor than I usually like to make, but that's what we're going with. Looks like the lasers are trying to take out these turrets, but the Drakenslang is really hard to take on. It is so sturdy. It just won't die. Like, each of the turret has a built-in AI system. It's completely insane. It's very awesome. And I wonder here, the Fafnir will likely, like, it is pretty maneuverable compared to its predecessors, but you can see it's struggling a little bit here. We do have a pretty damaged side. It looks like the Fafnir class is trying to do a side switch. How is the Fafnir going? Well, it was probably high time we're doing a side switch. You can see the turrets up here are being blasted away, man. Look at that. A lot of those middle turrets here. Like, these are seaways turrets, but they double as damage turrets. The main guns are only dealing damage, of course. Oh, we have lost so many turrets up here. Yeah, those diff guns are long gone, man. Fafnir is at 87 percentages, and the Drakenslang Mk3 is at 89 percentages. I think the sandblasting tactic here is digging pretty deep. I just want to see how big it has dug so far. Like, it's a lot of armor here. Oh wow, yeah, it's a lot of armor. We're not getting through to any juicy parts yet, man. Wow, yeah, the Drakenslang may be damaged on paper, and here we have one damaged turret, but man, we are not having a lot of damage really. It's mostly surface level, it seems like. Very interesting. 88 versus 86. Still a very even battle. And the Drakenslang Mk3 doesn't have any interceptors or sieve systems or decoys or anything, what I know. So the missiles are just dealing full damage. Like the Megalodon we tested the Fafnir against quite a lot, is actually doing a pretty good job of keeping the Fafnir from dealing missile damage to it. But the Drakenslang Mk3 just takes all of it. Drakenslang Mk2 managed to shoot down a lot of the incoming missiles too. Again, that is on the GMODISM channel, my second channel. And you should go and check that battle out if you haven't already. Alright, and Fafnir does keep different aiming points for different guns to be able to try and dig at different spots at once. As you can see here, we're digging through 83%. Look at that, look at that. We are digging through here. At one point, I actually tried to have the sandblasters being incendiary with a lot of oxidizer and heavy heads to kind of lower the AP and stuff. But that didn't really prove to be the best method. This turret is pretty exposed here. They have ejection defuses and all that, so they are very sturdy. 80% versus 85%. The Drakenslang has gotten the lead here by 5%. You can see here, bam, that was a nasty hit on the turret. Look at that. And here we have a sandblaster. It's very hurt here. Look at that. This turret is now empty. These turrets look okay, but they are not in the field of fire right now. They can't really contribute to the battle. And now we are getting into broadside angle again here. You can see we are digging through to the interior here, but the heavy armor beam slope here on the side, I think that really keeps the Fafnir class alive right now. Laser is still online. Superstructure is holding on for dear life. Look at that. Well, Waterwise earlier said that he really liked the GIMLE class for being a fun battleship to do battles against. Thanks to the superstructure falling off, and that feels satisfying. I hope the Fafnir class can still give some type of battle satisfaction. Well, it's still pretty even for the first battle, but I feel the Drakenslang definitely has the lead right now. I don't see any of the turrets being completely disabled, and we can't say the same for the Fafnir class. Oh wow, these turrets are so darn resilient. Very impressive. Look at that. Are the lasers somewhat unfocused? What are you even aiming at? There should be nothing hot back there, or perhaps there are some heat, or there maybe it can be the jet engines, just, or there are some heat decoys there, but I don't think so. It feels like the Drakenslang is just not bothering with a lot of tricks and things. It just bothers with dealing raw damage. Yeah. And here we have all those incendiary missiles incoming here. I think the Drakenslang Mk3 might have benefited from a little bit of interceptors, but on the other hand, it now can deal its full damage against the enemy instead of trying to protect itself. Look at that heavy armor layer. It is holding up here. Oh, we have one of the four main guns here seems to be offline, perhaps here in the middle. Oh, and the Fafnir class is down to 66%. Look at that. It's starting to bam. Superstructure go 62%. Laser output gone. Bam. That is bad news for the Fafnir. I think I know who's gonna win the first round. It's gonna be the Drakenslang. 60% versus 74. Yeah. We have more than a 10%. It's a 15% lead. Fafnir class is like 5%, less than 5% away from despawning. And the Drakenslang is happily dealing damage. Well, we can clearly see who is the real dragon. The Drakenslang is putting up the battle here. Fafnir class is sure a dragon ship, but maybe it's a fake-ass dragon, just like the real Fafnir, who was a dwarf who shifted into the dragon hammer. So maybe, perhaps that's not good enough, you know? Looks like it. Well, first round in like a minute goes right now. Goes to Borderwise. Big congratulations. Borderwise wins the first battle, but it's best of 3 and we're gonna do all of the 3 battles. So let us go to the next round. Results are set. Alright, round 2. Bam. Do you also have a fire delay? Maybe you do. I'm not sure. I wonder where the early game plasma came. Oh, there we had a plasma blast. Yeah, you can see that. Bam, there we have one plasma surge. Here is like 100 charges. So it's really dealing deep damage, as you can see here, but it's only like 3 shots and then it won't really fire anymore that round. Now we have the frag broadside. Bam. Not shooting at anything particularly important. It's probably a lot about where it drills. Now, we are recording this before the Alpha Railgun update in stable mode. So I'm sure the the Fafnir class's aim points would be a little bit more beneficial, and so that is true for the Drakenslang's aim points. Is probably a bit more beneficial after that update, but I really wanted to record this before that update goes through, because that might change, you know, how things perform too much. I don't know if it really changes anything, but yeah. I want to kind of use the Drakenslang and the Fafnir class at the version they were both built for, you know? If that makes any sense. We'll see if they perform different after the update goes through. I really like this spot. Please don't stop focusing on this spot. Look at, yes, sandblasters. Yes, sand through here, right there. Keep focusing. Steady. I see ammos. Is there not a turret back here? What the hell? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Okay, whatever. It looks like a good spot. We have engines and ammo down here. I did expect a turret. Where are the turrets? Are they more shallow than I realized? I think they're more shallow than I realized. Probably because all of these turrets are the same turret, and yeah, and they are the same height, probably. Oh crap, Fafnir is like behind 3%. What happens here? Oh no! Did you manage to take... Sneaky little dragon! Did you manage to kill my laser? I think he managed to kill my laser. Bam. Oh no. Oh no. Drakenslang gained a 5% lead. We are going so low in the water. Man. Have all our engines been completely blown out? What happened? We have big interior engines here. I shouldn't look around too much. You will be all be seasick. I have no idea. It should really side switch right now. Maybe that's something it's trying to do. 81 versus 88%. Damage is running down quick this time, man. It's running down real quick. And we're shooting a lot there. And where are you drilling here? You're like drilling at nothing. Wow. Drakenslang is at like 7% lead. Wow, that was a crazy hit on the turret. And I can't believe it only took out 1 of 3 barrels. Borderwise really made good turrets this time. They are so hard to take out. Don't worry about those crams, they're only decoys. They deal... Like, maybe they can kill a wood block. Maybe. Probably not a 4-meter wood block. Oh my. 77 versus 86. Okay. The Drak has gained a 10% lead. Looks like we already know who's gonna win this. We are really targeting. Like, what's behind this? Is this like heavy armor for the fun of it with nothing in between? That's what it looks like. Is it like heavy armor for fun? Well, if it works, it works. So here the Sandblasters has finally started to target and get through to one of the turrets. But for some stupid reason, we stopped aiming there. Oh, well. Drakenslang is at 84%. It seems to be doing jolly good. And the Bernie frag just... Oh, that's an overpen. The Fafnir class is perhaps a bit late, but better late than never, I guess, attempting a side switch. Probably. But I think the Drakenslang is pretty fast still, so I'm not sure we will be successful at that. Oh man. And now our rear turret here, that's one of the stronger turrets, can't fire. Looks like this Sandblaster, this Fort SA, is doing all of the heavy lifting right now. Why did you stop aiming here, man? That was very unnecessary. To aim at a new turret, of course. Good job. Good job. Please continue aiming here. And you don't. Come on, man. Perhaps I should have set the focus time to max. I think I set it to max. Or I ended up with like 45 seconds. Now I can't remember. Oh my. Oh my. We are losing the superstructure down to 64%. Oh wow, the Fafnir didn't really do too good damage this round. It did manage the side switch, but we're so close from despawning. It's really unlikely we'll turn this around, man. Yeah, and the rear turret isn't even in fire range yet. Come on, man. Line up and fire. Do you have any shells? What's up? What's up with that? Maybe it's not working. Oh yeah, it's working. It has a hard time keeping up the angle. Oh, we have like basically no detection left. Look at that. What are you doing? It's shooting in the air. Oh, it's game over. It's game over for the Fafnir. It gave a good fight, I'll say. But not a good fight enough. The Drakenslang Mk3. Look at that beast. It's sure resilient. Look at that. Such a champion. GG. We're gonna have the third battle, of course. Should we have 2 Fafnir classes versus the Drakenslang for the third battle? Well, let's see if the Drakenslang Mk3 can beat 2 Fafnirs. I'm gonna put the Fafnir to the ultimate humiliation test. Is the enemy so strong one of them can defeat 2 of us? That is the ultimate test. We're gonna do that next. So yeah, give the video a like to make me more happy, because I'm gonna sit and load in the ships for the next 5 minutes. Anyways, big congratulations to Borderwise. I absolutely love Drakenslang Mk3. It's by far the strongest, mightiest thing you have done. It's very good, and I'll need to think hard on making a ship that actually can beat the Drakenslang Mk3 at lower materials. The only thing I can be happy with the Fafnir class is that my dragons are cuter. That's of course subjective, and like my dragons use mimics and yours does not, so unfair advantage. Alright, let's get this battle going. See if the Draki can manage to kill 2 Fafnir classes. Wow, that's like the optimal hit. Hitting one of the barrels with the big plasma. Oh my. Well, the FPS is a bit lower this time, that can be said. So many missiles in the air. Look at that. They look very coordinated since they switch aim point at the same instant, it feels like. The remote guided missiles are coming in here. That's a lot of fire. Drakenslang is so maneuverable. The Fafnir tries to keep its side on here, but it's doing all it can with turning fast, but it's just not fast enough. I wonder if the torpedoes are actually hitting. Whoops. I kind of think they will not, but can be interesting to see. They must be too slow, right? Oh yeah, they can't even see it. Well, whatever. Radar guided missiles being spread out. Fafnirs are at 97% as a team. Drakenslang is at 87. Yeah, well, no surprise. I will be surprised if the Drakenslang manages to beat two Fafnirs at this instant. It does outmaneuver them both here, but you know, they are just dealing so much more damage to the Drakenslang. It's probably pretty unlikely they'll be able to, yeah. The Draki is probably going to be sanded down eventually, but we'll see. Oh my. Seems like one of the sandblasters did a pretty good drill there. Drilled through that turret. Well, well. 80% versus Team Fafnir 95. No surprise though. I just want to say big thanks to all of the people who are supporting the channel every month, everyone in the ecclesiarchy. If we have anyone in the government of GMODISM right now, and of course the cadets in the army of GMODISM, and the rest of the commissioned officers, and we're gonna read out the most notable, everyone that's not a cadet, that is basically Admiral Dragon X62, Commodore the All-Around Gamer, Commander Ali, Commander Ben Wilkie, Cameron Dixon, Sven van der Velde, Lieutenants Anto, Cravey, Daniel Saikin, Owen, Parbagreed, Vincent Veritas, Volkite, Rick Prell, and Scooby Rocks. Your monthly support helps me a lot, and big thank you all for that. It looks like the poor Drakenslang is being very grinded down, and it's no surprise it is now meeting basically, yeah, double its own firepower. 2 Fafnir classes assaulting its side. Yes, they are being outmaneuvered, but they just have more DPS. And the effective DPS usually decides the battle. And the Drakenslang Mk3 has more effective DPS than one Fafnir class. You have to love my dragon kites, right? They are decoys, if that wasn't obvious. But you only notice them if we're meeting like radar guided missiles, I bet. And the Drakenslang just doesn't use that. You can see those APS guns are scary. We're getting through to the armor here. The heavy armor belt is taking some hits. But of course, this is a pretty impossible battle. Oh man, it looks like the incendiary missiles got their way inside the turret. Look at that. And at 65%, soon to die, the Drakenslang is still putting up a good fight. I have to steal this idea of putting AI force on the turrets on board like that. Such a smart idea, man. Brilliant. It's brilliant. Well, I think we all can spare border-wise those last seconds of being grinded. After all, he already won against the Fafnir. The Drakenslang is very impressive. I think you can get a Drakenslang Mk3 from the workshop, because that's how I got it, I think. The Fafnir class is on the workshop as well if you want to test it out against your ships. Maybe your ships will be able to beat the Drakenslang. Well, and if they won't be able to beat the Drakenslang, you can see if they can beat the Fafnir class. Or maybe your ships can beat the Drakenslang but not the Fafnir class. Then I'm very confused on what you did on your ship, and you have to tell me all about it in the comments. In any case, check out the GMODISM channel, it's the bronze one, to check out the Fafnir class battling the Drakenslang Mk3 and the GIMLE Mk1. They are both on the GMODISM channel, my second channel. So, anyways, big thanks to all of you for watching, and thanks for Borderwise brilliance to make this awesome Drakenslang Mk3. See you next time. This is your host, Eric, signing out.